What is up, YouTubers? Johnzy here. Welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. And in the last video, I think we set up our last poem pretty much at the start of the episode, and read through everyone's poems and whatnot. We didn't really have a moment with Sayori in the club room, but just near the end of the last episode, she told us about her depression, and we told her that everything was going to be okay, we were going to hang out and whatnot, and it's going to be a fun time, and we'll do our best and whatnot. And yeah, now that that's all done, we are doing our plan. Oh yeah, we also plan to bake with Natsuki for the festival, make cupcakes and whatnot, which is what we're about to enter. So, yeah. Anyways, we're just starting to that segment, so let's get going. I spent only a few minutes back home, anxiously waiting for Natsuki to arrive. Before I know it, she texted me to let me know that she's outside my front door. Without delay, I opened the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than in her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such a cute clothing makes the uniform seems totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon so don't be weird. Just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyways, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't have them already. Have them at home. Can't speak. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I was surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarkly like she usually does. Could be that she's a little different outside of school after all. Anyways, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's their hospitality, Johnsa? Come on. Since when did I need to become the gentleman? I grabbed the bag from Natsuki. I can't speak. Gah, this is ridiculously heavy. Haha, I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. I am really impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Heh. It's because I am so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small for that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I provoking people wrong when they only think about how I'm worth my size. It's fine when I get to be small and also a bit better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What were you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's not a lot of stuff if I gotta teach you. What? That's just a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you're treating me like a kid. It's not just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like a... Yeah. As she catches her words and her face turns red. I am not the best reader. I am sorry. If this is your first video of this series, then I'm sorry. Natsuki. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you were thinking, then you should really know that there's a ton of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyways? Trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, what was that? Was that? Well, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Haha. You'll get sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Johnsa. Oh, she found my weakness. Gah! Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flowers, spilled fluid, plastic bags, and straw on every little countertop. The mixture isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious bacon. Jonzo, where do you put the food coloring? The batter goes into the oven soon, so I need to fill up the trays. I think it's still in the bag into the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I make it each tray look a different color. That's why even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick up their favorite. Huh, that's a cute idea. Don't call me cute! Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I really don't have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. I'm not having fun. Meanwhile, I see her separating the batter into smaller bowls and putting a few drops into the food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and I'll have the most fun. It's a million times more worth the end if it's just looking at if it's just at the end if it's just looking at it makes everyone's eyes line up, like the ones you made at the first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica delightfully expressed. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I'll use food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just making sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and the huge bowl for icing. Eh? The icing is still lumpy. Are you even trying? Oh, yeah. It just takes a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. You're luck. As he grabs the whisk from me and then and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of icing has already improved. See? As if emphasize Natsuki sticks his fingers in the icing and pops it into her mouth. Ugh. Why can I not read today? I was doing fine earlier in the recording, but now I'm just... I don't know, I guess the constant reading's kind of getting to me a little bit, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not I've mentioned this many times in other, series and whatnot, I'm not the best reader. I kind of did wish that this game did have, voice acting, but, you know, it's still nice. That's why I normally prefer watching this kind of thing at times, because they read it and not me, so. Alright, we logically do the same. Hey! Nestle suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I started fighting back, trying to inch my fingers towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try, shorty. What did you call me? Nothing, no, backing off. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I typically scoop some of my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all of her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble and turn. Gross. You got it on my face. Whose fault was that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Yeah. She tries to reach with her tongue, but it's a bit too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it on her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist and with my hand before it reached into my face. Well, I guess I got iced. Nessie tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. And here's another CG. It's actually been like an episode or two before we got another CG, actually. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease a girl like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Janza, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn this way so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow her breaths. Shallow breaths. Ugh. Anyways. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dryer tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? Should have checked before turning the oven on. Well, I mean, if I hadn't done that, the awkward situation would have still happened. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Ashley uses the oven mitts to grab the black tin tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In other moments, the fire alarm stops. Anyways, I'm putting them on the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then I reductively pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Okay, nothing happened. Just stirring here. That smells good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look how cute they are. Oh, look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They look even better than the ones that we added ice in. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decoration stuff, so I hope we can get creative. Here's a scoop of icing in these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have the nozzle that will make it look nice and fluffy. This is, this one can even make flowers. Excuse me. We probably won't be using this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that is a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make strips or patterns. Okay, give me 1 second. Gotta clear my throat. I've been talking for a while. Okay, I think I'm fine. Okay. But you can also use those right stuff on the cakes. Like happy birthday or whatever. Oh, I see. But it does give me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature club event, right? We could make more literature theme by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see when people choose their cupcakes based on the word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that actually sounds like a really cute idea, so... Haha. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Oh, come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this all and not expect me to think you're cute. Not cute. Well, Nestle's voice trails off. Same with you. I'm cute? Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. She called me cute. Let's just get the icing. As he picks up the piece of fantastic nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't waste time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. That'll give me a chance to think about it before Nasi quickly moves on. Show me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we finally finish, Nasi puts them all to the side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Suri's the exact opposite in regards. If she was here, she'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I really need to eat as much as I can. Well, anyways, I was hoping we could have more time for manga, but I need to get home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. That's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought more about that. It's not like you always have a chance like this. Man, as usual, Nasi places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Haha. I wish she would listen to me in the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back on the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at the point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Nesuke is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer with her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to always be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how to have fun baking and can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can always come over anytime, okay? I think that it's possible that I'd like to spend more time like this. if you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expressions. Yeah, I want to spend more time in with you. Janza, I thought you were only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave you so early. I really didn't want to. I'd really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so Natsuki suddenly gets close. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutching the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rosy-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me. I felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Huh? Hi, Janza. Ah, shit, wait, it's not what it looks like, I swear. Sayori, just now we weren't... It's okay, Janza. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. Already done on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any of my cupcakes before then. Anyways, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come out here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It made me feel really happy that you've gotten and made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Janza? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be much better if I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's true, Janza. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your time, your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden in your mind is making out to be. It's something that makes you happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Janza. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Janza. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze hard as I can. I squeeze her hand on my own. Do you remember how I said I would always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to bop so you can see the choices. There we go. And since we are kind of going down the Sayori route, I mean, it would always make sense. It would make sense for me to say I love you in this case, so we're going to do that. I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you can like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you were truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept you in any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Janza. 2 CGs in one episode. Anyways, suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms around me, arms tightly around me. Janza, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her close. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Janza. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori grips around me is weakening a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Janza. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know. I want everything to be the same as it always has been, even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go whatever place suits you best. Hey, Janza. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more and more different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things get back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give everything I've got. Sayori's the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Deep moments. Anyways, it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over with so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Get ready, some deep shit's about to happen, guys. I just want to give you full warning that something really, really crazy and totally unexpected might happen. If you guys have not seen this before, then yeah, just be aware of what you're about to see. It's gonna be like the next little scene, but just be aware of what you're about to see. Janza, You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought I'd be the last. Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing her booklets on each of the desks in the club room. They must be the ones she prepared that all the poems were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days like this it would be important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. I can't speak again. You should take a little more responsibility for her, Johnsa. I mean, especially after you exchanged it with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange. And I want you to put a notice on what Monica says to later. Just what's gonna happen soon. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm a club president after all. But I'm extremely embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we were a couple now? I didn't really plan to bring it up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so... But don't worry, I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill on my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came in really nice. Yeah, sure. I got one of the pamphlets and laid up the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this really did help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member poem is neatly printed in its own page, given the almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during the practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. This one hasn't been read before. Oh, get out of my head, 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 times 50. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I know what's best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem's never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Johnsa, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... Huh? Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quickly quicken my pace. I can't speak sometimes. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least, to wait for her, to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of waking her to the school makes her happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needed and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the thing was going to load in. Oh, come on. I really have to make it dark, don't I? There we go. Just so you guys can read it too at the bottom. And also, this is the scene I'm talking about, so be wary, and if you don't like really disturbing images, then leave now, because this is when shit's about to get fucked up. So yeah, giving you that warning now, and no turning back now. Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking up in our own house. really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to do this or enter the room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Say, oh, yep, that's what happened. It still gets to me sometimes. Game script not found. See text for feedback. What the hell? What the hell? This is a nightmare. It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this could be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best for her and everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? I confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That was not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. I can't even read correctly. I'm just so surprised. That's why I did that. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel that even worse? And also, that doesn't really matter, by the way, that choice. This will still happen even if you just say you want to still be friends. So just want to point that out. Or if you go in the other paths, by the way. This will always happen no matter what happens, so. Make her feel even worse. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. I'm sworn through, keep telling me everything I could do can prevent this. If I just spent more time with her. What do you mean? I spent all the time I could with her. Walk with her to school. I remained friends with her like I always have been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do can bring her back. This is not some game where I can reset and try something different. Well, I mean it is, but it's literally impossible to do, so yeah. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry the skill with me for the rest until I die. Nothing in my life will ever be worth than hers. But I still couldn't do what it was she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Hello? There we go. End. What? The end? Huh? Nani? So you're not suitable for children and those who are easily disturbed. Yeah, that's Ellen. Hi, how about I go to his... Oh, I actually can. What? Oh. Well, that's interesting. But, yeah, I just want to also exit out deal... Do you want to exit the desktop? Yes. So, technically this is like your desktop. Now, I want to show something in the files. So, like, a few episodes ago, I was showing this before, but in characters... We have Monica.cure, Natsuki.cure, and Yuri.cure. There's no Sayori cure. The plot thickens. This is where shit really gets mixed up. What are all the new pictures? I think just some of the CGs or poems. That's CG, that's CG. This is all the backgrounds and whatnot. Oh, sketches. I guess those are in here too. And there's not one of Sayori hanging herself. Okay. Probably for the best, honestly. I doubt you'd want that as your background. There's also music in here as well. It's very interesting. No, I guess we'll just have that go on and whatnot. So Sayori's dead. Yeah. And from here on out, things are going to get a little more fucked up in some ways. So, we'll save that for next time, because I am out of time. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, press like button or subscribe, whatever. And, yeah, like I said before, warnings. I said the warnings. I can't be blamed for this. I said the warnings, so if you watched it all the way to this far and you have problems with it, I gave you warnings to leave earlier, so you can't blame me. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all you dudes in the next video. See you dudes next time.